All right, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. All right, man. It is Sunday. It's not Sunday, it's Saturday. Happy early Easter, my friends. Welcome to Into the Squared Circle Podcast. Your host, GB's here, cruising in for the mean streets of Chicago, Illinois. Thank you. Join me for what day is post-wrestling week? Here we are, man. Happy Easter. Happy early Easter. Man, I got to lay off the drink here, man. Thank you for watching, man. If you're watching live, you're on X, watching live on Twitch and on YouTube as well. How the hell are you guys, my friend? Thank you for joining me tonight on a Saturday night. Hope you guys had a great weekend so far. Tomorrow's Easter. Hope you guys will celebrate responsibly with your family and your friends. All right, very good. So tonight we're gonna go all over the goddamn place. Man, we're at Raw, Smackdown, AEW, Dynamite. Oh boy, last night's Smackdown was a little stanky. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk a little bit of everything. Thank you very much for joining me here on the live stream, of course, and I appreciate you joining me here live tonight on a Saturday night. Cheers to you, man. And by the way, you'll be on the podcast later on tonight, whenever I get to it tonight. All right. Cool shit. Cool stuff. See all the crap behind me. A lot of money I spent on action figures. I know you're a mark. Fuck you, okay? This is what I'm going to do. If you're an action figure collector, if you've been going to Walmart lately, they've been rolling out all these WrestleMania stuff out there. And I picked up this, well, not this one. It's on my shelf, the John Cena farewell action figure. And this one finally came just today. This was featured right around December. Fanatics.com, the whole John Cena's, the farewell edition collection. And they had this on the collection, Fanatics.com. So I ordered on December. It finally came today. So this has, I don't know, John Cena's blue. I don't know what city this belongs to. All I know is I think it's probably in Los Angeles. Anyway, John Cena, last time is now action figure finally came today from Fanatics. If you give a rat's ass or not. Now, came to my mailbox today. Something else is very cool that came to my mailbox today. I'm super happy. I'm happy what I paid for this. A very vintage professional wrestling ring. Came in the mail today. Came here really quick. And I got a good deal on eBay. An AWA professional wrestling toy ring. Pretty freaking cool, man. AWA. TV broadcast area, has the judge area, AWA. This is going for like $200, $300 in eBay. Got it less for $100 with Remco's action figure, not Powertown action figures, which is a lot of heat going on with there. But I have the original AWA wrestling ring. Pretty damn cool. The seller, he made sure this son of a bitch got to my house in one piece. So pretty damn cool, man. I'm excited for this. Cannot wait to put this on, behind me on my shelf so I can collect dust. I promise I'll clean it up. But my AWA ring just came in the mail. Pretty damn excited for this, man. So AWA ring came in the mail. John Cena finally came from Fanatics and picked up the new CM Punk Pro Wrestling Illustrated from Walmart. So I think I'm good for Easter. I think I've been a good boy. So pretty damn cool, man. There we go. If you give a rat's ass or not. All right. What else is going on? Well, before I continue on, if you're watching live on social media, give me a follow and subscribe. If you're watching live on X, watching live on YouTube, and on Twitch, you're a first-time viewer, give me a follow and subscribe as always. Tell your friends about it right now. We're probably up late, doing nothing but staring at the wall. Just trying to send their asses over here. Talk a little bit of wrestling, okay? By the way, check me out on podcast, as I mentioned. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. All you have to do is type in Into the Square Circle Podcast, take the podcast to go. All right, let's get to business here, man. I don't want to take up your time on a Saturday night here. Let's get into the bullshit, the wacky week of professional wrestling, man. So let's get into business here. What's some wacky stuff going on in the world of professional wrestling? A lot of shit, right? So we're going to kind of pull up the screen here, courtesy of Wikipedia.com here. Let me crank this website here, courtesy of Wikipedia. Here is the current lineup, the current match card for WrestleMania this coming 2 weeks, man. So let's go ahead and switch on over to Wikipedia, everyone's favorite website. We're going to bounce back between Raw and SmackDown off his damn list. And as you're watching live here, let's get through all this bullshit here. Yeah, we know WrestleMania is in Las Vegas again. A lot of money. Here we go. 12 matches total. Now, you see right here, nothing is specific for which night. Night 1, night 2. I don't know. They'll figure it out. They will tell us at some point. But here is the current lineup for WrestleMania this year. Now, if you're watching live right now, and I'm going to go through all these matches, what's been built so far. And I'm going to ask you guys right now, you can feel free to chime in. If this WrestleMania build throughout this whole damn card makes you want to watch it from home, will you be open to spend extra on ESPN Plus to watch WrestleMania this year? Or will this encourage you to buy a ticket, a plane ticket, buy a rental car, go out to Las Vegas, buy a WrestleMania ticket? Will this whole card makes you want to go to Las Vegas and attend WrestleMania? Now, I know there's people who are willing to spend 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 grand, back up their trunk, offload their money to the WWE to get tickets to WrestleMania. People are willing to see Roman Reigns and CM Punk take a shit, right? After eating beans, after eating White Castle. That's pretty fucking stinky, right? Just like SmackDown. If people are willing to pay that money to watch these guys take a shit in the middle of the ring, okay? People are willing to, if you're a hardcore, die-hard WWE fan or willing to jack off to anything, as CM Punk will say, grease and, what he says, grease and semen, something like that. Anyway, sperm, I'm fucking it up. Anyway, people are willing to spend money. They're willing to max out their credit cards, blow off their whole savings, just enjoy this shit. Okay? Just think about that. There's people out there that love this shit. They think this is the fucking greatest thing ever. And there's people like me. I'm not the only one here. Has been a long time fan for 20, 25 years watching professional wrestling as a fan. Disclaimer alert. Disclaimer. I'm just a fan. All right. I'm a dipshit fan, not a wrestler, not a booker, promoter, not a manager, never stepped foot in a squared circle, never walked around the backstage of a wrestling show. I'm just a fan, okay? Just like you, all right? I don't know shit. I'll be honest with you. I'm not smart. I don't have a fucking college degree. I think I do, but I don't. But when you're a longtime wrestling fan, you've been watching every Mondays, Raws, Thursdays, Fridays, SmackDowns, whenever throughout the history of SmackDowns I've been watching. TNA Wrestling, AEW since 2019 up to now, the Ring of Honor, New Japan, CMLL, AAA. When you watch this shit for almost 25 plus years, you got to get the formula, right? You know what's good and what's not good, right? Right. So my question to you, think about it, drop it in the comment sections. When I go through each of these matches and the breakdown from Raw and SmackDown, are you really excited for it? That's the key point. WrestleMania is the most magical time for wrestling fans. WrestleMania is the time you want to buy a ticket. You're willing to spend the pay-per-view. You're a kid. You know you ain't doing shit. Hell with the garbage can. I'm taking it out tomorrow. Hell with the grass cutting. I'll worry about tomorrow. Hell with my job. I'm going to call off because it's WrestleMania, right? As a wrestling fan, it's a day to celebrate. That's our Super Bowl. That is our World Series. That's our Olympics. That's our March Madness. WrestleMania is us for wrestling fans to rejoice. Do you feel that way right now? Do you feel the magical in the air with this card for both nights? Keep that in mind. How do you feel about it? The first one on the list here, nothing has changed. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Now, we saw both of these guys got physical this past Monday on Monday Night Raw. All right, these guys locked up, laid hands. A bunch of people came out to break them up. All right, just another week of these guys pissed off each other, and CM Punk got his hands on them, man. He is showing who's the boss around here. And, CM Punk struggled to get that power bomb on Roman Reigns through a table. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, man, CM Punk has shown his dominance over the OTC. That being said, are you excited for this match? Do you give a shit at all? I don't know. I'm asking you. I can't heal you, brother. So I don't know, man. Are you guys excited for Punk versus Reigns? I mean, they're your big main event guys. Huh? Oh? Your thoughts, your opinions. I'm watching you. You're watching me. I'm watching you. Your opinions, your thoughts on WrestleMania, on especially that main event card. All right. So there's that. Let's move on here to match number 2 here. All right. Match number 2, Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Champion. That's what's currently being billed for this Women's World Champion. My apologies for you guys who are watching live here. Let me get back here because I'm sitting here talking to myself, looking at the damn screen. You guys are not seeing it. So let me switch back here to wikipedia.com here. And my apologies here. Production's in the truck here. First day of the job here. Let's try this now. Let's see if this works. All right. And let's try this again. Hopefully you guys are able to see this here. Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. Number 2 on the card here. There we go. So Stephanie Vaquer, Liv Morgan. All right, so we're starting to see these ladies get a little spicy on Monday Night Raw. Lock and loaded. We had Roxanne Perez showed up, made a big surprise. By the way, Madison Square Garden this past Monday, the most magical arena in the world, right? And yeah, man, Roxanne Perez showed up, tag teaming up with Liv Morgan to lay out Stephanie Vaquer. Are you excited for this match? Are you looking forward to this women's match at WrestleMania? Stephanie Vaquer, your current women's world champion, going to put her title on the line against Liv Morgan. Now, are you guys excited? Yeah. All right, this one right here, and I'm going to save my rant to the very end. So do not go anywhere. Do not change the channel. We're going to talk about the stinkiness of what the fuck just happened in the kickoff to Smackdown yesterday. Oh, man, I'm not gonna. Oh my goddamn, man, I'm gonna throw my laptop. Can't speak. My laptop out the window. I'm gonna flip this table, but I'm not gonna do it just yet. I'm gonna wait. Take a deep breath. Have a drink. Cheers. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. 2 weeks to WrestleMania. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's talking about it. And it's going to continue to be talked about for coming days. Those are the 2 magical words right there. 2 weeks to WrestleMania. I'll make it 3 words. 2 weeks to WrestleMania. From tonight and tomorrow, night 1 and night 2 WrestleMania. It's happening in Las Vegas. Okay? And you have Pat McAfee showing up. Okay, Cody Rhodes and the balls. Again, I'm not going to get into it just yet. I'm going to save it for my rant later. And what the God, how can we change this? And this is my question number 2. I'm giving you guys too many goddamn questions. I know this is a pop quiz here. I don't give you guys there's no right and wrong answers out there. Okay, we're a fan. As I talked about, I'm a fan. You're a fan. I'm not a booker. I'm not a wrestler. I'm not a manager. I'm a fucking nobody. Okay. Okay. Now, goddamn, I feel like a reverend. Oh yeah, hallelujah. I know tomorrow's Sunday, church people out there. Hallelujah. All right. Just listen to me here for a second, okay? And I'm going to ask you another question. Okay. Now, I lost my train of thought here, but Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, okay? All right. Another 2 top guys here. Randy Orton's your veteran. Cody Rhodes is your modern top guy right now in this generation movement, wherever the fuck you want to call it right now. Right? We got the Attitude Era, you got the Ruthless Aggression Era, you got the Golden Age Era, the Hulkamania Era. Is this the Codemeister era? I don't know, not sure what you want to call this era of the WWE. But Cody Rhodes, he's your top guy. If you love him, you hate him. He is your top guy. He is the face of the company. He is your world champion, your undisputed world champion. Okay. CM Punk is your heavyweight world champion. So both of those guys are your top guys. All right. And when you have Pat McAfee showing up out of nowhere, RKO, jumps on the ring, kick Cody Rhodes in the balls, tells Cody Rhodes, I'm gonna, and by the way, Pat McAfee, who went on to his podcast, his own show. I don't know. The fucking guy is everywhere, right? He's in fucking college football, college basketball, fucking college swimming meets. The guy's everywhere. All right. And Pat McAfee made it very clear on some fucking program that he said he is done. He feels like WWE passed him. And then all of a sudden, he's again. I'm. Everyone else is saying the same fucking thing, right? You're sitting at home watching SmackDown. You're like, I'm tired of Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes a mid-carder. He doesn't belong as the champion. He's not the top guy. I want the Attitude Era back. The big guys like Rock and Austin. So I'm gonna come back and help Orton. All right. Where were you for the past year and a half, right? You were at commentary. Why didn't you jump the announce table, hop in the ring during the Bloodline segment between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes a couple years ago? Why didn't you showed up last year? Maybe you were there. How come you? It's just fucking mind-boggling. Pat McAfee's been in the company for how long now as a color commentator with Michael Cole? And the product sucks ass. Where were you in the past couple of months? Now you want to show up 2 weeks before WrestleMania to make a point? I don't know. Someone out there tell me what's the right fucking answer. Again, I'm a fan. All right. That was my disclaimer multiple times. I don't know shit. Somebody out there tell me how's that make fucking sense? I don't know. I'm not a rocket scientist. Again, I'm a dipshit fan in my basement. Just come on, man. Just give it time. We got 2 fucking weeks to WrestleMania. How many more times? We got 2 Raws, 2 Smackdowns, 2 NXTs if you want to put them on there. That's not enough time. So again, I'm gonna save my thought here, but if SmackDown was that stinky last night, all right, if it was rotten eggs, I mean, you're talking about Easter, rotten eggs, spoiled eggs, man, that's been expired for 5 months. You forgot it was in the back of your fridge. It was moldy. That was SmackDown, man. Rotten, stinky, cheesy ass, cottage cheese SmackDown. That just, Rikishi's booty smelled like drizzling shits of a SmackDown last night. And I'm going to ask you, and I know I told you guys the question. I'm going to give you guys the question. I'm going to give you question number 2. If you were the wrestling god, not Kenny Omega, the wrestling god, not that wrestling god, okay? If you were the guy, not Mr. McMahon, or I'm trying to think about who else is a wrestling god, Jim Londos, I don't know, Luthez. If you were the guy in charge and the big man in heaven of wrestling, okay, if you were in charge, you have the lightning strike and you chose, like fucking Sims, the video games, like you can build the house here, you put the person, you got, a couple banging in the fucking bedroom. You get what I'm saying? If you're the guy, you're in charge of wrestling and you had your way of building a wrestling company and who you want to run backstage, what some things would you get rid of? And what things would you like to add and improve? Those are the 2 things, and we're going to talk about it with my rant after all this bullshit. Okay. Those are the 2 things to keep in mind here. If you're and I hate the what ifs. And the word hate is very strong for me as a wrestling fan. But the what ifs, I can't stand the what ifs. You hear all the other podcasters out there. What if Bret Hart faced Cody Rhodes at WCW? I don't give a fuck. Okay, that's my opinion. I don't give a fuck about those what ifs. Fucking gobbledygooker face Danhausen. I don't give the shit. No, that's fantasy jack off bullshit. What if? My what if is, what if you were in charge of a wrestling company and make this shit better, right? Between all the companies, New Japan, AEW, WWE, you want good fucking wrestling top to bottom, right? Not just one good segment and all bunch of bullshit in the middle, right? 3 hours of bullshit and just one good ass segment. What's your ideal perfect wrestling promotion, how you want to run as a business? Keep that in mind. We're going to talk about that in the show. We're going to keep it interesting, okay? I'm not going to bore you guys what I had for breakfast this morning. I don't give a fuck, right? I'm pretty sure you guys don't give a fuck, all right? Keep that in mind. How would you book a perfect wrestling company with a good-ass stories? All right. Yeah, we could have good wrestling in it. I got nothing against a good old-fashioned wrestling match. All right. But I love my good old-fashioned story as well, to be invested in. You're taking my time to watch your product. Invest me. I don't want to see shit. Invest me into your story. Okay. Last night, what I saw throughout the whole 3 hours of SmackDown makes you want to cut my front yard grass with a pair of scissors. I couldn't wait to grab my pair of scissors and start cutting grass in my front yard. That's how fucking bad SmackDown was yesterday. I'm not saying it because everyone else is saying it. Little Jimmy hopped on Twitter, had his fucking reaction video. I'm not going to be one of those people who are going to go copy what they're doing. Right? I watched 3 hours of SmackDown. I watched it live for the first time. Normally I record it and I fast forward the shit out of it. All right. Last night I watched it live. I had a fucking hard time watching, not because I was sleepy, not because I was drunk. I watched SmackDown and I just fucking couldn't handle it, man. It was rough. It was like, if you're a Chicago fan, I'd rather drink Malort all night than fucking watch SmackDown. Okay. I'd rather go through pain and agony, drink a Malort. Right? The most shittiest drink in Chicago, the most popular drink in Chicago. I'd rather drink Malort than watch SmackDown. You heard me right, man. You heard me right. If you see me around Chicago, stop me for a shot of Malort. Yeah. All right. We'll get back to Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. Boy, that was a fucking great segment last night. Wrong. Boring. I'm sorry. I love Rhea Ripley, but goddamn, man. Again, just another segment last night on SmackDown. Makes me want to, again, drink Malort in agony and pain and be fucking sad. Okay, I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to be positive, but just horrible. So let's get into the next one here. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. Okay, there's something that gave me a hard on. It was these two again. In the most right way, straight way here. If there's something that gave me a hard on last night, or not last night, this past Monday, Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar. Okay. All right. This is something I could get into. You know, these guys are ready to square it up. Brock Lesnar was dressed up to fight Oba Femi. You know, who? If there's one thing I could change from Oba Femi, get rid of that strut. Okay? You're a bad motherfucker, man. You're a tough son of a bitch. You're going to come after the beast of Brock Lesnar, a multiple UFC world champion, the baddest man on the planet. You're going to come strutting down the goddamn walkway to face the toughest man on the planet Earth. Now, if I went to downtown Chicago, right, and I see a guy with a pocket knife in one end of an alley, and you have a bat, and I have a bat ready to beat his ass, is my way, if I'm going to approach the guy, I'm going to go, who? I'll be stabbed by now. All right? You get what I'm saying? Enough of this fucking hokey pokey walking shit. Be a normal man. Walk out like a badass. Be a badass. Do badass things. Be a badass like Oba Femi. All right. So there's your Uncle Sam, a PSA poster announcement. Again, so far on paper, this match looks good. Now, on paper, it looks good. How would it looks like in WrestleMania? That could be a whole different thing. We'll leave it up to them and how they play it out of WrestleMania. Could it be Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar with Stone Cold, the referee, at WrestleMania again? You remember that? WrestleMania 20, Madison Square Garden? Stone Cold started hitting the ropes because people were fucking bored out their minds. Could we have that happen? Could we have a repeat again between two big son of a bitches going after each other? Maybe not. Have to wait and see. AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. Has this build got you excited? Has this build makes you want to watch this match at WrestleMania? All right. Two of the top women's stars in the WWE, just like Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. Does either of those women's matches makes you want to give a shit at WrestleMania? It's not about my opinion. It's your opinions. I mean, I'll be watching WrestleMania, but will I go out of my way for this match? I don't know. I mean, I'll watch it. Could this be a beer break for me? A bathroom break for me from home? Maybe. Probably. But I don't know. Are you guys excited for this match? All right, very good. Let's move on here. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. Now, last night on SmackDown, the main event was a very long main event match. I don't know, man. So, Carmelo Hayes won a rematch with Sami Zayn for the U.S. champion last night. And if Sami Zayn loses, then that means Carmelo Hayes will become the new U.S. world champion and will face Trick Williams at WrestleMania, which I think myself and a lot of people agreed Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams at WrestleMania would be a great damn match. But that was not the case, and they pretty much gave Sami Zayn a retaining the win to defeat Carmelo Hayes. And Sami Zayn is still continuing to face Trick Williams at WrestleMania. The purpose of this match last night between him and Carmelo Hayes is what? Shut the fans up? I don't know. So you could tell with the excitement in my voice, cannot wait to watch this match with a smile on my face, as the Joker will say in Batman. Uh Sami Zayn and Trick Williams. Boy, I cannot wait. Yes, let's move on here. Jacob Fatu, Drew McIntyre, unsanctioned match. Boy, fans are clamoring for this match, aren't they? Huh? Boy, howdy. Joy in my heart. Joy to the world. Well, I don't know. Your thoughts. Are you excited for an unsanctioned match? Let's move on next here. I thought we are going to plow through this shit quick here, man. Finn Balor versus Dom Mysterio singles match. Are you excited for this match? Yes, move on here. All right, we had a random fatal five-way ladder match that got announced, a week or two ago. Penta's going to put his IC Intercontinental Championship on the line versus the bouncy man himself, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, and Rusev. Yeah. I don't know. Are you looking forward to a ladder match between all these guys? Yeah, Penta, he is the man. Yeah, Penta's made for ladder matches, of course. Javon Evans, again, excited to see what he's going to do. Stinky with Dragon Lee. JD McDonough, yeah, Rusev, you got a tough guy, bigger guy in the ring. Here we go. Again, we're going to save the previews and prediction when it gets closer to WrestleMania. All right, this one I'm kind of excited for. Not fatal four-way match for the women's tag team champions. Nia Jax, Lash Legend. See, I'm drunk already. The current women's tag team champions versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley, Lyra Valkyria versus the Bella Twins. Oh, joy. Are you excited for this match? Oh. Last match. We saw this on Raw this past Monday at Madison Square Garden. Seth Rollins versus the returning Gunther. So now we kind of know who's Gunther is going to come after WrestleMania. Fans are wondering why is he choosing Seth Rollins, or why would WWE pair these guys up? Will we get an answer this Monday? We'll probably will. Is Seth Rollins retiring? I don't see that happening. What's the purpose of this match? Who knows? Maybe we'll get answers Monday. But again, as I mentioned, 2 weeks to WrestleMania. 2 weeks to WrestleMania. All right. Keep that in mind, because WWE, they know what they're doing. Keeping our happy asses happy. Right? Right. All right, let's move on here. Now let's get into the bitchiness. I'm fucking crabby right now, man. Let's get into a Smackdown last night. Boy, it was by the way, I kind of introduced this a couple of weeks ago. Dumb shit of the week. Right? Dumb shit of the week. And we kind of figured it out, because last night was pretty fucking dumb when it comes to Smackdown, right? The all kicking the balls from Drew McIntyre. Not Drew McIntyre, Pat McAfee to Cody Rhodes. Get your shit together here, G. As they noted this photo here, Pat kicking balls. Last night on SmackDown. Yeah. Sound like Tamatanga here. So, everyone's talking about this. Everyone's talking about how sneaky SmackDown was last night. Everyone was talking about how bad was this segment was. How does this make sense? And well, man, this is your opinions, man. Shine in the comments section if you're watching live. Does this make sense? We talked about this a couple minutes ago about this. We're going to rant about this now. Now, you remember the two questions. Now, we went through WrestleMania. First off, after reading off the list, are you guys excited for WrestleMania? Are you guys watching WrestleMania? Are you guys going to attend WrestleMania? Now's your chance to hop on to the comment section. You talk shit online, come on here and talk shit with me. I don't know, give me a middle finger. Give me a thumbs up. You're watching live right now. I'm watching you. Go in the comment section. Are you excited for WrestleMania? Okay, we're going to start with that number one question. Yes, no, maybe. Somebody out there say something. Are you alive? Are you breathing? Are you a bot? Somebody tell me out there, damn it. And that's the first question. Second question, as I talked about, is a two-part question. If you ran a wrestling company, again, a perfect wrestling company, what would you add? What would you subtract? What did you learn from Smackdown last night? Like this photo I'm showing you guys. How can we fix wrestling? How we can fix the bullshit, the caca, all the sludge, all the shenanigans, just like this from SmackDown. Now, I'm gonna try to be careful with my words here. Again, and what WWE is trying to do yesterday. Are they trolling us, right? And it's a stupid question, right? Are they trolling us? The shit they kicked off on SmackDown last night with Pat McAfee rolling in, kicking Cody Rhodes in the balls, saying we need to bring back the Attitude Era. Now, I may hurt people's feelings here. I don't care. Hey, I'm sorry. Again, this is 2026, all right? This is not 1997. This is not 1998. This is not 1999, okay? This is not 30 years. It's 30 years passed by since almost 30 years to, the pass by of the Attitude Era, okay? I'm a kid when I was in the Attitude Era, okay? I have an Attitude Era poster on my wall. I'm looking at it right now. You probably won't see it on the screen here. Stone Cold, Triple H, DX, China, Rock, McFoley, Ken Shamrock, The Undertaker. I have my original Attitude Era poster I kept from that time. I still have it framed on my wall. I got a bunch of Stone Cold stuff that I had as a kid from the Attitude Era. Again, I came from that era. A lot of people probably watching right now probably was there. There was probably a lot of people out there that probably never experienced the Attitude Era. Okay? Okay, newsflash, okay? Again, I'm telling you right now, we are not going to get the Attitude Era. I hate to break it to you. Okay, we're not going to get the Attitude Era. We're not getting the 80s Hulkamania. If you consider that the territory's golden era, I hate to say it ain't going to happen. We ain't going to get the 70s era. We ain't going to get the 60s era. We ain't going to get the ruthless aggression era. We ain't going to get those. All right. I'm sorry to say it. We ain't going to get those. Okay. Again, I'm a dipshit fan, not a booker, not a wrestler, and not a promoter. We talked about this already. Okay. I'm sorry. The Attitude Era ain't going to come back. We can get the bits and pieces like running a fucking car into the river in downtown Chicago. They can do that if they want to. Oh, the Attitude Era is back. Oh my God. This wrestling's so back. All right, settle the fuck down, all right? It ain't coming back. That shit was built for the late 90s. It was made for the late 90s. The late 90s or 90s in general are fucking wild, okay? Right? Woodstock 99. Talk about wild shit, right? Limp Bizkit tearing up the goddamn Woodstock. All right? The 90s were pretty fucking wild. 90s was the Wild West when it comes to professional wrestling. At least the late 90s, right? The Attitude Era happened. It's part of the past. It's part of history. Ain't coming back. Not even Pat McAfee could come back. You can say shit. You can say balls. You can say fucking live national television. That doesn't mean the Attitude Era is back. Okay? I hate to break it to you guys. It ain't coming back. Done. So again, that's where the questions come in. How would you change wrestling for the future? How would you change a wrestling company? Because bringing back old stars, yeah, again, I get it. Stone Cold, big time old star, old school legend, the face of the Attitude Era. Same thing with The Rock, right? John Cena, the face of the Ruthless Aggression Era. Those are big stars. I hate to say it, guys, but again, just like every human being, just like rock bands, too, by the way. Check out my secondary podcast, the Lesson in Headbanging Podcast. The bands like Aerosmith, they're going away. Kiss, going away. At some point, the Scorpions, Alice Cooper, Judas Priest, Deep Purple. These bands, hate to say it, they're still around kicking ass. But again, they're not going to be here for long. Okay? The next wave of rock bands like Bad Omens, Ghost, Volbeat. Well, Volbeat's been around for a long time, but younger bands that are about the, Beartooth, younger bands are about to hit arena status, already are right now. That's the next wave of rock and roll, right? We ain't going to get the 80s thrash. We're not going to get the 80s hair metal comeback. They're still around. We can still listen to it. But we're moving on to the next wave of the next generation of rock and metal, right? Same thing with wrestling. Wrestling's going to move on to a whole different fucking territory. All the casuals who I talk to, right? There's a lot of guys and gals I have talked to watch the Attitude Era. And again, as a longtime wrestling fan, they said, oh, it's bullshit. That was the good times of the 90s. That was Austin Rock. People, when I talk to people or, casual wrestling fans, yeah, I watch wrestling. I watch WWE, AEW. Oh, man, The Rock, Stone Cold. Everyone I talk to are casual wrestling fans. That's the first thing they come up to was Rock and Austin, Mankind, Cactus Jack, DX saying suck it, right? That was a culture-moving wrestling era. Okay? Anyone, you can walk down the aisle at a Walmart, Target, Stone Cold's here. People will turn their heads. You walk down the aisle in Walmart today, Roman Reigns is here. You might get some people turn their heads. Okay? Pat McAfee's here. Maybe the sports fanatics will fucking turn their heads. Okay, you get what I'm saying here. I'm not, and again, just think about the future here, man. How can we change wrestling today? What can we subtract? What can we add? What can we learn from last night on Smackdown? People are saying Road Dogg left. Oh, okay. If Road Dogg was still there, would SmackDown still be the drizzling shits? If Road Dogg left, does that make the fucking difference? Is Road Dogg as a promoter of the year? I don't know. I'm asking you guys. Everyone's fucking pointing someone at everyone. Like Road Dogg is the guy. Just because Road Dogg was there doesn't mean SmackDown was a golden Oscar award-winning show. Okay, I'm sorry. You have writers who's been, again, how many years since the WWE had writers? It's been 20 years, right? Since Vince McMahon bought writers in the room. Here's a script. This is how we're doing things from now on. For better or worse. Me personally, if I had to build a wrestling company or a what if moment, which I don't do a lot. If I had a what if moment, what if I built a wrestling company from scratch? What can I remove? Creative when it comes to writing. Get rid of the fucking writers. You don't need the Hollywood writers. You don't need writers who wrote sitcoms. Give me a good joke. Give me a good joke for R-Truth and make a script. No. Give me a good line. Like, who could we come back? Who could be on the phone for Randy Orton? And people are throwing out Vince McMahon. Like, nah, it's not going to happen. Randy Orton's father. Okay, maybe. I got a good idea. Triple H, Hunter, I got a good Pat McAfee. He can come back and all the fans online are bitching about it. Let him talk about that. God damn it, it's a great idea. No. So get rid of the fucking writers. All right. If I had to choose to build a wrestling company from scratch, get rid of the writers. Gone. Who would I add to my backstage personnel when it comes to creative decisions? Legends. All right. Love them or hate them. Arn Anderson. Michael Hayes, which he's still there today, but how much creative pull does he have? Michael Hayes be a great one. Again, Bruce Pritchard. You love Bruce Pritchard or you hate Bruce Pritchard. Would you keep him? Would you let him go? I'll leave it up to you guys. Another guy you may love or hate. I think he has a smart mind. Jim Cornette, a great mind of wrestling. Would you add him to a backstage great mind? Absolutely. Paul Heyman, another brilliant guy who is doing some brilliant stuff right now in WWE. And there's some things I love right now in the current product. I enjoyed Paul Heyman. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I love Paul Heyman. He's fantastic. I love it. If you had to build a company from scratch and not the bullshit you saw yesterday, Paul Heyman would be definitely back there. Right? Smart people, legends have been in the business for a long time who have experience, right? Not just in writing Hollywood, writing sitcoms like the bullshit we saw yesterday. Some brilliant minds who know what the fuck they're doing. That's what I would add, right? Storytelling, good storytelling from top to bottom, not random matches put together, not random, let's just throw this guy in 2 weeks for Mania, not a rematch to end Smackdown just to have a same guy retain. Like, no, man. If there was something I would add or change, a good ass show with good ass storylines for all of them that makes fucking sense. And that's the problem with modern wrestling, not just WWE, but AEW, TNA wrestling. Just modern wrestling has gone through a fucking slump. Now everyone's saying wrestling's hot right now. It's great right now. What alive to be a wrestling fan. Nah, look, man. Looking back here from 50 yards here, man. Does it look really good? Yeah, people are going to show up. As they talked about 50 minutes ago. Thank you for watching this late at night, man. Bitching and complaining. But 50 minutes ago, I said people are willing to drop their mortgage, sell their homes to get front row tickets to see this shit. And they're willing to do anything for it. They don't give a shit what other people says. They think this shit's good, right? WWE trained their fans to like this shit. AEW train their fans to like their shit. TNA Wrestling has their little small fan base that like their shit. Everyone has their own product. Everyone loves everything. Not everyone loves everything. Everyone has their own set ways. People want to drop money to go to WWE to spend front row to watch this shit. People will drop a shit ton of money. Probably not a lot for AEW, but just to get enough money to watch that product over there. People are willing to still do it no matter what. That's the crazy part. People are still willing to be happy, damn it. It's wrestling. Be happy. I love all wrestling. I do watch all wrestling. Do I have to love each wrestling? I don't have to. Okay? You don't have to like everything. If it's fucking bad, it is bad. And when you have to point it out, just like this photo, you have to point it out, right? Not because little dipshit on Twitch or a TikTok bitch and complain about it doesn't mean I have to join the bandwagon. I'm bitching about it because this shit sucks. I'm sorry. It's the truth. This shit sucks. When you see it sucks, you point it out, right? Is WWE watching this right now? There's a 99.99% they're not watching this. Okay? All right? So I hate to break it to you. Come on, G, just give it time. Yeah, I talked about this. 2 weeks to WrestleMania. Okay? Is that enough time to build this? And again, I know they're going to fix this. WWE's listening. They're going to find a way to patch us up on Friday to make us say, oh, that makes sense. Watch. I'm pretty sure next Friday on SmackDown, they're going to patch it up, kiss our asses, and make us watch WrestleMania. Guarantee it, man. And I don't know, man. So there's my bitch and complainers here, man. Again, back to the questions they asked you guys. Will you watch WrestleMania? Will you attend WrestleMania? And the second one is a two-part question here. How would you change this? How would you fix this? And how can the future of wrestling? Some are saying is the future is bright here. Is this photo is the future of wrestling? Is this booking? Is this the future of wrestling? Is the AEW, say what you want, the alternative product, is that the future? Is wrestling is in a good spot for the next 10, 15, or 20 years where there could be a next explosion of wrestling, the next golden age of era? I don't fucking know. And right now, with wrestling is right now, it's pretty fucking scary. Right? Just like this fucking world, right? You know, and I don't want to get into politics. I'm not going to get to none of that shit, what's going on outside of the world. But the future is pretty fucking scary. Wrestling future is pretty scary as well, all right? You got AEW doing high risk, breaking their fucking necks. WWE's putting some very bad storylines that makes you want to fucking gag in a bag. So where do you turn? There's fucking nothing around me to turn. You can go to a local wrestling independent company. Yeah, support them, man. There's maybe some good shit out there. I don't know. Again, I don't watch every wrestling indie company in the world, man. Maybe there's some hot stuff out there, but right now in my television screen or on my television screen, what's hot? What's hot out there right now to turn to get you excited? Now, remember the Bloodline storyline with Cody Rhodes? Okay, that was pretty hot, man. That was the whole Bloodline story was pretty goddamn hot, right? Every arena, no matter it was Raw or SmackDown, was selling out. They were breaking records no matter what city. What happened? The storylines, the story, right? That's what happened. The story. Yeah, the buildings does look packed for these Raws of SmackDown, but they're not touting, man, this is sold out St. Louis. Man, it's sold out in Houston. Okay, they may have a sold out show here and there, but they're not red hot like they were a year or two ago because of the stories. So, again, Stinky Smackdown. Pretty stinky build up here. Again, I'm still going to watch WrestleMania, but again, does it give you that WrestleMania magic like it has done in the past? I don't know, man. I do not feel the magic. Maybe I got to eat some bowl of Lucky Charms. I don't know, something. Speaking of magic, Chris Jericho decided to make his decision on where the hell he's going to go. It was a hot, wild entrance to a mild promo to Chris Jericho. So Chris Jericho showed up on not SmackDown, and then he chose not to go on SmackDown or Raw or WWE. And he showed up at AEW Dynamite this past Wednesday, told the crowd, AEW Dynamite! Well, not like that. You get what I'm saying. He's like, I'm home. So after saying that on Dynamite this past Wednesday, I guess that little statement right there, I'm home. What does that mean? Is he there for quite some time in AEW? Did he change his mind of going back to the WWE? The WWE had a low ball contract offer. Did they have a different ways of looking at it? Did AAA? I don't know what's going on here, right? I'm not a dirt sheet writer. I'm not a fucking news writer. I don't know. I don't have insider knowledge. I don't have texts or calls. I have no idea, right? As a fan, again, going back to what I said multiple times here on the live stream, I'm a dipshit fan in my basement, right? That should be a t-shirt right now. I'm a dipshit fan in my basement. Trademark. Again, what caused what caused Chris Jericho to remain AEW is yet to be answered from the man himself. The only way we're going to find out is from the man himself, which if he's willing to talk about it. All right. Unless someone has inside source, whoever it may be, you'll get an inside article. They'll get a more deeper intel of who could be the person who, will spill the beans. But as of right now, Jericho made it very clear from that little statement that he could be there for the long haul. Maybe Chris Jericho could end his career in AEW. I don't know. Whatever the man decides, sounds like he's going to be there for quite a little bit. So are you excited that Jericho's in AEW? It don't seem like the fans are pretty excited. Great to see Chris Jericho dad in the front row, Ted Irvine, whatever, how you pronounce his last name. So Jericho's in it for the long run here. We'll have to wait and see how the stories, as I talked about, the stories, how would it make sense? How would they do with Jericho? Who he's going to face? I don't know, man. Tony Khan, how he's going to call the shots here? How he's going to call the shots in AEW? Tony Khan, if he's watching live right now, again, the 99.9% chance of him watching this live stream, just like the WWE. How will they book Triple H? Not Triple H. See, why is Triple H on my brain when it comes to Chris Jericho? I don't know. Maybe WWE's pissing me off that Triple H is fogging my brain. Anyway, best of luck to you, Mr. Jericho. I'm looking forward to watching you every Wednesday. Well, I'll have to wait and see how things will be booked for his happy ass on Wednesday night. So there we go. So we got that piece of business out the way. MJF and Kenny Omega still going at it from this past Wednesday on Dynamite. Here's your current AEW Dynasty lineup, courtesy of Wikipedia.com, the most accurate website of all time here. Let's hop on over to Dynasty, the current match card here. Hopefully this will pop up on your screen on the interwebs. Again, thank you very much for joining me on a Easter Saturday night. Hopefully you're got your shit put together for your kids. If you have kids, if you don't, here we are, man. Thank you very much for watching live on X, Twitch, and YouTube as well here. So, all right. So I see this is on my screen here. I got to verify here. So here's your current lineup for AEW Dynasty. Okay. Again, same question I'm going to ask you guys out there. Will AEW Dynasty, will that make you want to buy the pay-per-view on HBO Max, wherever they may be showing it, Prime Video? Will this card make you want to watch it next weekend? This is next weekend. Incredible, right? So, or will this make you want to buy a ticket to Vancouver to see this pay-per-view? Okay, I'll keep that question in your mind. All right, a little thirsty here. Here, what's booked on the card as of right now, April the 4th of 2026. You see a pre-show match so far, as of right now, Alex Windsor versus Marina Shafir, singles match style. FTR, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood's going to put their tag team titles on the line against Copeland Cage, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. Jon Moxley versus Will Ospreay, AEW Continental Championship. Andrade El Idolo versus Darby Allin. If Darby Allin wins, he will get a future AEW World Championship match. Everyone's getting a goddamn title shot, man. Man, I got to become a wrestler. I gotta get a shot, man. Anyway, MJF is gonna put his AEW World Championship on the line against Kenny Omega. Huh? Could Kenny Omega win and become the new champion? We'll talk about that in the coming days for my previews and predictions. Thekla is going to put her women's AEW World Championship on the line against Jamie Hayter. So, again, back to the question. Oh, shit. Settle down here. So, will this whole card get you excited for Dynasty next Wednesday live on pay-per-view? Will you guys watch the pay-per-view from home? Does this card, as of right now, you know AEW, if you know Tony Khan, how he built his shit here, you know he's going to throw in another 8 matches by Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day Collision's going to be on. You know Tony Khan's going to add another 8 more matches. It's going to be like 20 matches by the next time I talk to you guys. This page will be full by next week. I guarantee it. So, again, as of right now, does this card makes you want to watch the pay-per-view? Does this card makes you want to attend the pay-per-view in Vancouver? Your thoughts and your opinions. So there is your current lineup for AEW Dynasty for next weekend. Again, we're going to do my previews and prediction in the coming days for both Dynasty and both WrestleMania in the coming days and weeks. So there we go. All right, man, a pretty goddamn long show, 1 hour to 5, man. I'm pretty damn tired. It's Saturday night. Cheers to you. This is getting empty. I got to get a refill. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys watching me bitch and complain and, oh, man, excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me, moi. I hope you guys enjoy the show tonight. I hope you guys get what I'm going here. I hope you guys have the same mentality as I am, a little frustration. Maybe you're happy. I don't know. You guys are quiet out there. I know it's Saturday night. You probably want to go to bed. Maybe you want to go party. Whatever it may be. Happy Easter to you and your family. Happy Easter to you specifically if you're by yourself. Thank you for watching. Okay? That's okay. We're going to go into WrestleMania mode in the coming days. We're going to do something fun on my live stream. Have a little bit of fun, right? Not be pissed off. Not be breaking shit. All right? We're going to have a little bit of fun. WrestleMania week. We're gonna if you don't feel the WrestleMania magic in 2 weeks, hopefully I'll give you guys the live stream magic live on here. Hope I can do that for you guys. That's my commitment to you. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of fun on my WrestleMania live feed in the coming days. And then we'll prep you guys up for Dynasty next week, which is gonna be next week and live on pay-per-view. So we'll talk about that as well. So that being said, go Cubs, go! Screw the St. Louis Cardinals, and happy wrestling, right? Happy wrestling, everyone. Enjoy everything. No, man. After what I saw last night, man. God damn it. By the way, it's in St. Louis, right? 4 hours south. They seen a couple people from Chicago drove down there. I actually have blood member families, not the bloodline family, but I got some family members that were in attendance of Smackdown. I haven't reached out to ask them how was Smackdown. I'm pretty sure they enjoyed it. They had fun. They had their daughter with them. Again, hope they're not watching this live. Watch me frustrate and get my anger out. Ugh. Anyway, have a great night. Have a great weekend. Have a great Easter weekend. I'll talk to you guys in the coming days for AEW Dynasty previews and prediction. Until next time, my friends, be safe. Love you all. And have a great weekend. Bye-bye every